Hello, class. I'm here today to talk to you about our next module, which is research writing. This unit is, I think, kind of fun because one, you have a lot of choice in what you're going to be learning about and writing about. But also, I think this particular module most closely translates to the kind of writing and research you're going to be doing in other classes, other content areas. So it's really a crucial module for us. Something to note about this module is that the timeline is different. This particular module is actually 3 weeks long, as opposed to our other modules, which have been 1 week long. And that is because it has a lot of pieces to it, and it takes that long. So I've given you what I recommend as your timeline for this. In your first week of the module, I suggest that you are conducting your research tutorials, reviewing the assignment sheet, picking a topic, posting a proposal on the discussion board. All the specific directions about how to do that are step-by-step listed in our course in Blackboard. During the second week, you'll have time to read model essays, continue with your research tutorials, find and read research tutorials, and if needed, meet with our librarians. Once again, I do have linked into our course lots of information about how to utilize the library if you would like to. And we have amazing resources, online chat features, Zoom meetings, phone calls to meet with the premier experts of research, our ACC librarians. In the third week, you'll be writing your essay. And again, there are ACC resources to help you if you are struggling with that. And so I have linked into this module information about how to utilize the ACC Learning Lab if you wish. Meeting with the librarians and meeting with the Learning Lab consultants is optional, but I do recommend it. And I've given you some information in the module about how to do that. So one of the reasons that this is one of our more complex modules and why it's 3 weeks long is because there's a lot of stuff to it. I would like to call them complexities. So first of all, you have a series of ACC research tutorials that you will be accessing. These are created by the library faculty, and they have modules of information. They have quizzes at the end, and they have lots of things for you to think about in terms of how to do research. And they've broken them down by topic. So you want to make sure that you're taking those seriously. The point of those is not to get a perfect score on the quiz. The point of those is to make sure that you understand how to do research so that you'll be prepared when you move into all of your next level classes to do that. It's added complexity because as you've had model essays before, and I have created for you a model essay for this one as well. So I want to make sure that you have time to read and study that. Conducting research, and that involves finding scholarly sources, that takes time. It's a hit or miss, and you might also need to get help from librarians to do that, or help from me. And so that takes time. And then reading what you find. So the kind of reading you're going to be doing is, as you'll learn about in this module, is different from the reading you do for fun. You'll be using scholarly sources, not popular sources. And scholarly sources usually take a little bit longer to read because they're long and they have a lot of sort of academic language to them. And so you're going to need time to do that. Finding the resources and doing the reading takes probably as much time, if not more time, than writing the paper itself. And that's because when you are researching, you are learning and you're finding sources, you're reading sources, all those things take a lot of time. There are a lot of resources available to you. I've mentioned a couple, but I want you to have within this 3-week module plenty of time to utilize those resources. I know how busy your schedules are, and so I want to make sure you have the flexibility and time that you need to get help and to use resources. I am always your best resource, but there are some other resources that are really great as well. This paper requires you to use all the functions of MLA, and so you have to learn about that. I've created some video tutorials for you on that, and so you want to have time to be able to learn about MLA and cite your sources properly. And it is the longest paper we've written. So all of that to say that this module is 3 weeks long because it takes about that long to do all the work. So if you try to take 2 weeks off and then come back in the third week and try to get this done in the last minute, it's going to be very, very stressful for you. I do not recommend that. I highly recommend you stick to the 3-week schedule that I outline in the unit and in this video, where you're doing things 1 week at a time and kind of parceling out the work for yourself. And that's going to result in you having a lot less stress going forward. So as always, if you need assistance, if you would like to meet in a Zoom call, I am here to help. And if you feel like you're ready to just rock and roll, then you can do that as well. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of topics you pick. I always get a very interesting variety. So best of luck to you. Reach out via email if you have any questions whatsoever. I'm here for you.